Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Friday, December 13th. Yes, Friday the 13th. What do you think about that, Anthony?
Ooh, scary.
Are you afraid?
Yes, very.
Are you superstitious in any way?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just
All
a
right,
little
fair
bit,
enough.
but not the same dumb ones that everybody does. But I've got some of my stuff. Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. Sometimes I'll have done well on a machine, and I know they're all the same. And if I have a choice, I'll sit down at that machine. But I know it doesn't make a difference.
I think I can affect.
Yes, I know you do. I know you do. So people who are members, LVA members, the question of the day today is all about the origins of Friday the 13th and why it's supposedly bad and all of that, and about superstitions and things of that nature.
Yeah, how did we get to Friday the 13th becoming a thing?
Yeah, so check it out if you're a member. It's today's question of the day.
That's right.
It's a good read.
Is Friday the 13th unlucky for you, or maybe you go the other way? Maybe it's lucky for you. Leave a comment in the comments. All right, in last week's episode, we talked about the parking situation at the Oyo on the south end of the Strip. Anthony, you drove down there to go take a look. What'd you find?
It's strange. It's we were told that there were gates up and everything. There's not. There are no gates. There are no guards. There are no employees. It just says you have to pay for parking. And there's a sign up there with a QR code, and you're supposed to, hit the QR thing and then fill out some sort of an application so they can charge you.
Put your credit card in.
But they're not, it's kind of like the honor system, I guess. I didn't do it because I just was driving. I wasn't even going into the place. So I don't know what will happen. I kind of wanted to see as well, to see if they can somehow track you down and they're going to tell me that, I owe them $8 or something, which is fine. If I do, I do. But it's supposedly, from what we can tell, you need to fill this thing out, and then it somehow will charge you. I guess it looks at your license plate maybe, or you filled out the thing and you've given it information so it can follow you. Okay. But as of now, it doesn't seem like it's being enforced at all.
Okay.
And according to the placard up there, it says $8 for 3 hours, and then $20 for 24 hours.
Right.
And then it's like that the next day is 40 total, and then it's 60 total, and it's just, it goes right up the
from
line.
there.
Yeah. And from what I could see there, it's like no grace. Normally they say you get 1 hour free. That's so you can go in and make a sports book bet or something along those lines. Or they'll say locals get 3 hours free. Or they'll say, if you're staying at the hotel, your parking is comped. None of those things were indicated.
Okay, interesting.
So,
and if that's true, it's like maybe you're better off just parking at MGM or one of those really expensive places, just because it's going to be the same.
Well, at MGM it won't be the same. At MGM you'll get some grace.
3 hours free, right?
If you're a local.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure. We have a parking chart. I didn't even look at it. I don't know I think there's an hour's grace for everybody there, but I'm not sure about that. Check our parking fees page before you go anywhere. I do that now. You can't keep them all straight. Anytime I'm going to go anywhere, I look and see what do locals get, or how much free time do I get, so I don't have to pay the fee.
All right, so anytime we talk about buffets, it's very exciting. People are listening, and on the north end of the Strip at Resorts World, what's going on, Anthony?
Well, it looks like a new buffet.
This is cool.
And I don't think it's a dedicated buffet.
Okay.
Meaning, I don't think it's a buffet room that you go into. I know it's at Resorts World. It's in the Yenting Palace restaurant, which is a Chinese restaurant there. I think they have a regular menu. But then they also have a buffet Thursday through Sunday. Did I say Thursday through Sunday? I meant Wednesday through Sunday. It's $50.88 Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
And then it's $60.88 on the final 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Notice that 88. We were talking about superstitions and all. 88 in the Asian culture is lucky.
That's right.
So, there's that again.
Well, you notice also on the buttons, there's a lot of 888s, on a lot of the gaming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they've also got an all-you-can-drink wine add-on for $35 on Wednesday and Thursday and $40 on Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, it looks really good. And, a lot of seafood.
I heard chatter about king crab legs, Anthony. Is
Not
that true?
king. It looks like it's big snow crab.
Okay, that's pretty
Right?
good.
But they've got they've got the shumai, they've got the Peking duck, they've got all that stuff. And here, you want to see it? Go to Explore Vegas.
Okay.
All right, and look at their YouTube videos.
Yeah, they have a YouTube channel, Explore Vegas.
I think explorevegas.com, I think is what they're called. We're putting a link up to it.
Okay.
But they put up a video on this thing already. And they go over and they show you all the dishes. It looks fantastic, and that's where you'll see that it's the snow crab, not king crab, but they're the big snow.
Okay.
So
They taste the same.
I don't think they do. Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
If they're big enough, but they're split, so you don't have to crack them and do all that. I mean, it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful presentations. So go, check out the link and go check out Explore Vegas.
Okay.
And they do, Explore Vegas. We got to give them some credit. They review buffets like they've reviewed them all.
Oh, wow.
And if you're ever thinking of going to one, go find their video. They do good camera work, and you can see what the thing looks like.
Okay.
All right. Now, that's not the only buffet news. I mean, I went and tried the M Buffet's Sunday brunch at Anthony's.
Okay, and that's very south, right? That's like by South Point at the M.
Farther than South Point, yeah. It's
Yeah, a
like
little
the
bit farther.
First casino after Prim that you encounter on the way into Vegas. But they've had this now for about a year and a half.
Right.
$99 buffet. And people have been asking us for a long time, is it really good? Because the last $99 buffet, you remember, was the Sterling brunch at Bally's.
Right, okay.
And so we went and checked it out. And, $99. And they have lobster.
Oh, wow. Okay,
And
good.
they've got high-end dishes like beef Wellington. They've got they've got, a rack of lamb that they cut for you right there.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a real good seafood selection. Also big snow crab.
Okay.
They've got lox, they've got crab claws. All of this, fresh seafood.
Sounds great.
It's good. It's good. Now, is it as good as what the Sterling brunch was? No, it's not.
Okay.
The Sterling brunch had caviar, and the Sterling brunch had, goblets of raspberries and, things along those lines. And also sushi, both of them do. This one also does at M Resort.
Okay.
But it wasn't quite as good. But you know what? To me, the fatal flaw here of the Anthony's buffet is that there is no drink add-on.
Really? Okay, so it's just whatever.
Well, they don't even give you like a cheap champagne, and also at the Sterling brunch at Bally's, it came with all you could drink good champagne.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, they don't even give you the cheapo stuff or sparkling wine. They don't even give you the option, like we talked about the one at Genting, where you have the option for 35 or 40 to add on to that. I hope I mentioned that. If I didn't,
You did.
Okay. And you can add on if you want that buffet. So all of a sudden, you turn your $50 buffet into an $85 buffet, but it comes with all the unlimited wine.
That's right.
And there was nothing of the sort at Anthony's, at M Resort. You had to just order off the menu. And, I was, with someone, and she got a $15 mimosa that adds on to the price, and I got a $9 Heineken, which adds on to the price.
Right, so it just keeps going up, up, up at your buffet.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was good. I mean, I would go back, and it's a good splurge. And now it's got competition with this splurge, perhaps, at Genting. But of the two of them, it looks like the better deal is probably Genting, even though we haven't tried it yet. One more thing, too, about the M Resort. When that came out a year and a half ago, it was like almost a 3-month wait to get reservations.
Wow, okay.
And I actually called 2 days before and was able to get the last seating. So you still want to call to get reservations, but it's nowhere near as tough as it used to be. And actually, I hear they're taking walk-ups, too, and you can always ask to eat at the bar. That's kind of like a secret place.
That's the hack. That's the pro tip. Okay, so you can ask to eat at the bar and then just make sure you get a reservation so you can...
If you don't have a reservation, I'm saying. If you don't have a reservation, you can walk up and say, well, there's seats at the bar. Can I go there? And they say that you can. But it's better to call ahead with the reservation.
And since we're talking about food, let's go downtown to near Fremont Street. And one of Vegas's best hot dog deals has taken a hit. What happened at the Downtown Grand, Anthony?
Well, one of the best deals anywhere in town. You know, not just hot dogs. We've been talking a long time about a hot dog and a beer for $2 at Downtown Grand.
Yep.
And it's gone up to $3.
Oh no.
$3. Yeah, and they've changed it a little bit, and they did like kind of what a lot of the casinos do. They go, we've enhanced it, we've made it better. Well, what they did was you used to get a hot dog and a cup of PBR.
A little beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's a hot dog and a can of PBR.
Right. So you get a full 12 ounces now.
Yes, but here's the deal. And it's funny because I've seen people get that and eat the dog and give away the beer or say I don't want it.
Uh-huh.
And I've seen people say keep the dog, just give me the beer, because they were getting a cup of beer for $2, which was less than they were paying at the,
That's right, at the bar.
at the thing, right? So you would think this would be a little bit better. But, doing the analysis as we like to do around here, the cup of beer was a 10-ouncer. Mm-hmm. And the can is a 12-ouncer.
Right.
So you're paying an extra. What this boils down to is you're getting the exact same deal with 2 ounces extra of beer for an extra $1.
Right. So it's mathematically not a better deal.
No, it's not, because that equates with getting basically paying for a $6 beer. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's what it works out to. If you were to expand the 2 ounces to 12, it'd be like that beer just cost you $6.
Yeah.
So it's it's not a better deal. It's still a good deal. We just want to make people aware that that has changed.
Okay, so you heard it here. And also, if you are at the Downtown Grand on Friday nights, they're doing a comedy show at Freedom Beat. So that's every Friday now.
Something I didn't know.
And if you know me, you know I love that prime rib dinner at Freedom Beat. Hey guys, it's Andrew from the Las Vegas Advisor, reminding you to go to the description box in the video and click on the link to get your member rewards coupon book. So when you come to Vegas, you can save thousands on all sorts of fun stuff to do. Happy couponing. Right, so go to the link in the description box, become a member for this year. The new year is upon us. And also, if you check your email box, you will notice you got an email from LVA saying that Monday is the last day to ship. So get your orders in. Last day to ship for the holidays.
To be in time for Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. So, this is based on the post office. They say Monday's the last day to ship. So we sent out a notice to everybody saying, last day to get things from our catalog. And we decided at the last second we're just throwing in a 25% discount on top of it.
Well, there you go. Everybody likes a discount, right?
So it's for everything except memberships. Mm-hmm. And the code is HOLIDAYS, HOLIDAYS 2024. Holidays 2024 will get you an extra 25% off of the already discounted prices. And, that's what people are buying. I'll tell you what they're buying. They're buying the new books, breaking the slot code. We talked about that. Talks about the Advantage Play slots. They're buying the Advantage Players, which is the book. The whole story, the book about Advantage Play in all different areas, from gambling to cutting locks, believe it or not. And I think being a rock band, it's an interesting book. And we've got the Gambler's Calendar that we've been talking about.
There's the calendar. Nice.
It came in.
Stands up on its own.
Stands up on its own. It's a tear off.
Okay.
Right? So you go day by day by day. Every day has something about gambling, whether it's trivia or whether it's advice or it's some sort of insight, and it's done by Miss Brown is what she goes by. She is a professional and very, very good gambler.
Okay.
And so the advice in here is very good. She's good enough. I think we've said this before. She's one of the chapters in the Advantage Players book.
Okay. So if you get the book, you can get a little background on the person who created the calendar.
Yeah, kind of it's cool stocking stuffer, and you can get it at 25% off throughout the weekend.
Okay.
And it almost will fit into a stocking.
So all the links are going to be in the description box below. And as always, every week we like to give you an update on the Circa Survivor competition. What's going on, Anthony?
Quick update this time, Andrew, because almost nothing is happening at all. 2 weeks ago, only 2 players dropped out. Last week, only 1 player dropped out.
Okay.
We're down to 51 now. It makes the inherent value of each $1,000 entry is now $279,725.
Wow!
So it's going to get exciting, because when we get to Christmas, that's when you've got to pick on Christmas Day and then on the weekend. So that should thin the herd quite a bit, but down to 51.
And in this week's question of the week, it comes to us from the comments section. And it's based on something we had talked about last week.
It's not really a question. It's somebody making a comment, which we want to
address
comment on. Yeah.
Yeah. So last week we talked about taxables. If you hit anything $1,200 or more on a gambling machine, you get a taxable. You get a W-2G. So Anthony said now he gets a taxable on that. And the guy wrote in the comments, "Come on, Anthony, you know better than that. All winnings are subject to taxes. The $1,200 amount is the reporting requirement for the casino. The player is still supposed to report it, even though the IRS might not otherwise know about it. This is a mistake casual gamblers make all the time. Let's provide accurate information so that the gamblers can make informed decisions." Well, what do you have to say, Anthony?
Well, it is accurate. What I said is accurate. I said, he's going to get a taxable now.
Okay.
And I didn't say anything about he should or shouldn't pay his taxes.
Right.
I agree. People, you're supposed to pay your taxes on gambling winnings. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like getting taxables for lots of reasons. Maybe they don't want to pay those, pay them, and they don't want a record of it. A lot of people just don't want to, have to go through the process of filling out paperwork. And, and the reality is that most people are not going to have gambling winnings to claim anyway at the end. Even if they did hit a taxable and didn't fill out the papers, by the end of the year, if they gamble enough, they're probably still not going to be in the black. They won't be in the black on their play.
Yeah, you're playing a negative expectation game. We always talk about it. And, the longer you play, the more likely you are to lose over time.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make any kind of statement that you should or shouldn't pay your taxes. It's the law. You should pay your taxes. We have a book on it, Tax Help for Gamblers.
Yep.
And you can get 25% off this weekend, right, on that book. But it explains the rules and what you're supposed to do. Yep. But the reality is that he says, come on, let's give accurate information. Well, that was accurate information. If he hit it, he would hit a taxable, and there was no advice beyond that.
This week's Jackpot of the Week, I really like it because I don't have to read it. The video tells the story. It comes to us from your friends Christopher and Claudia D.
Here we have a very interesting one. Don't see this very often. Delta flush and 4 to the royal. So the proper play is to go for the royal flush on the 3 of them. We got them all held right, and there we go. Yep. She got one.
Es mi tarjeta, no tu tarjeta.
Yeah, you see it's tu tarjeta. Yeah, she got one. Sí, es tu tarjeta.
So what's on the lifetime photo? You need to get in there. Get in there. Get in there for the photo.
Sí, tú. Dentro, dentro.
You're gonna win.
Dentro para foto, para video, para todos. Muy bien.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's fun, huh?
Yeah, it's cool that we got a video of this.
Yeah.
We show the pictures a lot, but it's not quite the same as actually watching it happen.
Yeah.
Right? I kind of like the way Christopher was so subdued. It's like, oh, yeah, this happens all the time.
Right, Christopher's cool.
And Claudia's like, oh, yeah, look what I just did. You know? And I thought that was kind of neat. Just in terms of what they were playing, no real lessons here. They're playing 9-5 jacks or better.
Okay.
That's 98.45% game.
Okay.
They were playing at Planet Hollywood in the high limit room, and notice they made the right play. You get 4 to a royal, but a made flush. Mm-hmm. And there's a little bit of a temptation to just keep the flush, especially on triple play. You're going to get paid 3 times, but the proper play is to throw that away for the royal flush 1-card draw. And darn if they didn't hit it, right?
Wow. Yeah, I love it when you get that long shot.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's fun when it comes in. Now, Anthony, why would somebody play jacks or better when typically bonus poker would be a better pay schedule?
Well, actually, it's not that way necessarily in a casino.
Okay.
In a casino, we talk about this a lot. When you're playing in the bars, usually the default is to go to the bonus poker game.
Because in a bar, that'll be the best pay
Yeah,
schedule.
usually the 6-5 bonus poker in the bar is the best.
And if you can find a 7-5 or 8-5, that's even better.
Yeah, correct, which you won't in a bar. You'll find 7-5s, but you won't find 8-5s hardly ever.
Okay.
In a casino, it's different. In a casino, usually the best game is the jacks or better variation.
Okay.
Unless there's some, exotic deuces or some, not exotic, but I mean a regular deuces game with a good schedule or something along those lines. So that rule of thumb, the whole rule of thumb that you usually would migrate to or you would be attracted to the 6-5, the bonus poker in the bar doesn't hold true.
Okay.
And this 9-5 was probably the best game there because I know Chris and he knows schedules pretty well.
Okay.
You know what's interesting about this though, is you look at that 9-5 paying 98.45%, and a 9-6 would pay 99.54.
Oh, interesting.
And that's
okay.
a rule of
that's
thumb.
really, really good.
Well, note that it's 1.1% away, and that kind of stands up for jacks or better games and bonus poker games, things like that. When you look at the full house and the flush for each number, for each pip, so 9-6 versus 9-5, that's like one off, one pip off, or 8-5. Is 2 off of 9-6. It usually costs 1.1%.
Okay.
And notice this is almost exactly 1.1% difference. So a 9-6 game, you've got 99.54. 9-6 take off 1.1, and that takes you down to the 98.45.
All right. So as you can see with the arrow on the pay schedule, that's kind of what we're talking about. And so always check that area. You know why I don't like playing jacks or better?
Because it's boring.
Well, yeah, because essentially you only get 125 credits for the 4 of a kind.
Right, it's boring. Yeah. And it's people want to play where they can get a bigger jackpot.
That's right.
And that's typically why they go away. But in most cases, you'll find that a jacks or better game, especially if it's full pay jacks or better is better than full pay bonus poker.
And that's it for this week. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. All the links in the description box below. Anything to add, Anthony?
Just to set your calendars for Beer Friday.
Yeah, let's do it.
Next Friday, 1 week from today, 12/20, December 20th is Beer Friday.
Okay.
4 o'clock. Be there.
To Las Vegas, where